What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys? My name is Rudy Ortiz. I'm the founder and developer of MindOnMillions.com. I'm here to enlighten you and talk to you about a couple of things that are happening in business in regards to my personal business and the launch that I've had, the success that I'm having, which is great. But this weekend I had the privilege, and again, it was a privilege, but it was also an investment because I understood that I have to invest into myself in order to take myself to the next level. In order to take anybody to the next level, I have to take me first. So this weekend, it was a great experience. There was about 24 speakers that were on stage, all millionaires, all wealthy entrepreneurs, just telling their stories about how they got to where they got to, and the tools that they use to get to the next level. So very important. I was able to be there. This is one of my mentors in life. For everybody that follows me, you guys already know who he is. He's Grant Cardone, the author of 10X Rule, and he also has about 7 other books that he published, which are amazing. And just having some knowledge on what I saw, man, that's what we're going to discuss today. And I wanted to discuss just a couple of quick things with you guys just to keep you up to date of what's going on. So let's get right into it. Those of you guys that don't know who this old guy is here, that is officially Mr. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. And right next to him, we have one of the richest and one of the biggest companies in the world by the name of Wal-Mart. For those of you guys that don't follow business news, I just want to bring this up to date. One of the things that I heard that came to my attention, I did some research on it. I found out it was true. But Mr. Warren Buffett here has retired $900 million in Walmart shares and acquisitions. But in Warren Buffett's ticker, BRK, okay, shed $900 million in Walmart Stores Inc., okay, which shows you the stock right here. This isn't a Business Insider trade. It's official. You guys can look it up on Google. The issues the retail industry is facing against fierce competition like Amazon.com. All right, for those of you guys that have been paying attention to me, I do run e-commerce stores. I do make a wealthy amount of income running e-commerce stores. And just so we can get into that real quick, guess why? Okay, I guess I kind of already gave it to you, but just give yourself the intuition to understand the power of e-commerce and where it's going. Okay, these are what we call platforms, and everybody knows our famous buddy Amazon. I made a lot of money on Amazon so far, man, and I'm continuing to flourish with it. For those of you guys that don't understand the power of the internet or what's in your hands right now or the power of retail online, Amazon is murdering the game right now. And the one I use most is Shopify. The one I always preach about is Shopify. But now Amazon is actually working with Shopify, or vice versa. Shopify is now working with Amazon. You can now integrate your Amazon store, your Shopify store with your Amazon sales, which is amazing, okay? eBay, another big platform, huge worldwide. Everybody knows this worldwide. These are just another couple of platforms you're allowed to use that allow you the ability to create a store online and sell your products to the world. That's just basically what it is, man. And this is what's shutting down retail right now. And just so you get a little bit of a glimpse and an understanding of how it's been working and transforming year to year. Okay, I'm gonna go back to 2012. Okay, this is in billions. I know you guys can't probably see that far, but this is billions we're talking about here. Okay, by the 2017 mark that I'm into right now, if I would have caught this industry by 2012 or even a year ago, I probably would have been wealthy beyond my dreams, knowing what I know now and having the success that I'm having right now. I would have been super wealthy, and it's amazing, man, just the transformation of the internet and the power of where it's taking you. People sometimes can't think that far, dude. It's crazy. I ask people sometimes what their 5-year goal is and what their missions are in life, and you're always going to get I don't know. Oh, what are you talking about, Rudy? Why are you asking me those questions? It's sad but true. People can't think that far ahead. Every entrepreneur has that mindset and that goal, that vision to understand that 5 years from now, where do I really want to be? Where do I see myself? What do I want to give my kids? And those are the things that people really just, they look over it. And it's not sometimes that they want to look over it, it's just that the responsibility of life has them too caught up to even consider or think that far ahead, if that makes sense. And that's one of the big problems that I see right now with, just in general, the people I talk to on a day-to-day basis, who I consider to be average. And I'm not here to ridicule or judge anybody or, pass judgment. And that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help, man. I'm here to enlighten you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you get to the next level. If you have a retail store and you don't have an online presence, I'm here to help you. That's what my main goal is, my mission right now. And I'm accomplishing that day by day, just because I have my goals and my standards in order. And that's a scary chart to think about it. But worldwide retail e-commerce sales will reach 1.915 trillion, this year. And double-digit growth will continue through to 2020. Okay, if you guys don't understand what that means, when sales top $4 trillion, and again, if you guys understand money, million is now the new average. If you don't have $1 million or if you're not making $1 million, then you're under average right now. And it's kind of scary, man, because that's the way it's going. Okay, that is the way we're going right now and transforming. Now let's expand the brain a little bit when it comes to business. How many of you guys wanted to open a small business or open anything, or had the idea or the inspiration to open something and just do something for yourself and become a boss, a self-employed boss, and walk around and brag about it and tell people about it all day long? I remember when I used to have that mission and that goal back when I was released from prison back in 2007. My first intuition was to open a business. I never really wanted to work for anybody. I was never comfortable working for anybody. I understood my mission in life, and I understood it young, man. I understood it young, and I knew business was where I belonged. But now, most of the time, and the reason, obviously, why people don't go after this goal or this mission is because, one, they're financially unstable or unable to make that happen. Especially in the USA right now, when you think about opening a small business, let's talk some quick numbers. You got to think about it, man. It costs the average person between getting the lease done and transformed if you don't own the property, your construction, your build out from the floor to the ceiling, depending if you're getting build out money or what you're getting from the landlord, you're going to come out of pocket a pretty chunk of change, right? And if the banks aren't willing to lend you that money, because of lack of credit or because you just don't make enough, right? Because people have great credit, but when their financials don't add up and they don't make as much money as they need to be able to qualify, they get shut down for these things, which is a true story of life. And I gotta be honest, when I first got a couple of my businesses started, I understood how to get investments and how to get investments from personal investors, not banks. I understood how to write my own business proposal, learn how to do that. I did it, I crushed it. I made people invest into me. They gave me investments. That's how I got a couple of my businesses before. So I understood that it was always knowledge that took me to the next level. But, a lot of the reasons why people don't get these things done is because they just don't have the financial, benefits of doing so, So let's discuss that, man. There's 28 million small businesses in the US and over 22 million are self-employed with no additional payroll or employees. What does that mean? To me, about 26 million of these businesses are providing incomes for other people, which means you probably work for one of those businesses. Okay, you're probably getting a nice check or what I call paycheck to paycheck. Minimum wage went up right now, but you're probably just living in those situations and it sucks, man. You're working for somebody else. And then the people that do have small businesses, they're too scared to actually take the risk to flourish, to become bigger than what they are. And they're just living there, they're getting what they're getting, they're paying their bills, and they're just getting by. Okay, and that's not for me. I like to think on a bigger scale, and I like to scale my business as quick as possible, as soon as possible. I'll give you an example. Right now, I'm an entrepreneur. I do e-commerce online. I sell products to the world. But be damn real, I give people jobs. And what I mean by give people jobs, I got people sometimes I give them $500 a week just to maintain one of my stores and maintain my videos and my content, my editing. Just following me with a camera. Those kinds of things right now. They may sound small, but to me, in my eyes, I love being able to have that ability to just give that to somebody that I know needs it. So I'm looking to scale a lot faster than that as I speak, which I'm working on right now. I'm getting into real estate, which is a big thing for me right now. So there's a lot that comes with that, man. But the scary part is this pie right here that you see in front of you. This pie chart actually lets you know 50% of businesses are still open, okay? 33%, which is red, are failing, okay? These are failing businesses as we speak, which sucks. I actually fell a victim to this category about 2 years ago when I opened my barbershop, and I found myself closing, 3 months later. And it was sad. The reason was because I couldn't catch up. The bills were just too much. And when I say barbershop, people think, oh, that's cheap. I had a $9,000 a month barbershop. I had 2,200 square feet. And the one main reason why I had to close down was because I could not figure out how to market the shop. I really couldn't figure it out. I thought my word of mouth was going to be enough, but what I understood back then was, Rudy was a famous barber, and Rudy has a shitload of clientele, but it wasn't really just about Rudy to sustain the expenses, okay? And what I'm talking about at this point is, giving yourself the opportunity to understand that in an e-commerce platform, online business, it takes hardly no money to get started besides the mentorship and the training. You guys could give these things a shot by yourself. You don't need to jump on my coaching packages or my mentorship. You can try it by yourself. Just give it a shot, man. And start learning day by day. When I literally started my e-commerce business, I never saw a break. I couldn't sleep. I had momentum running through my veins. I knew what I had in my hands, and I knew how fast I had to scale, and I started to get those fears of saturation, thinking everybody else was going to find out about this, so I had to move really fast. And that's how I learned. And within a month's time from me starting, and I started my store, I made $15,000 my first week, which was amazing. It changed my life. Since then now, I'm literally exploring, and just, with thousands of products. I got thousands of products. I got my hand on thousands of products. I didn't invent a single one. I don't have inventory sitting anywhere, and I use what's called a drop shipping method. Okay, and I've generated over I've generated over $300,000 in sales within the last 4 months alone. Okay, and now I also started my own companies on behalf of these things, man. Just, giving people the education they need. So my point being is, you don't need $30,000 to open this business. What you have to do is lock on with somebody who knows what they're doing, and you can literally have a business for, less than $5,000. You can have your own business online, generating you income consistently. Nobody's telling you to quit your job. Nobody's telling you you're going to take this full time. This is not network marketing. This is not me under you or nothing like that. This is your own personal business. And again, most of the reason why people fail with their business is because they treat it as if it's not their business. Most entrepreneurs that fail in doing what they're doing is because, they got up at 10 o'clock. They were supposed to be in their own office at 8 o'clock. But because it's their office, who gives a shit, right? I can get there at 10 o'clock just because it's my business. You can't do that, man. You have to treat your own business with the same respect you're going to treat somebody else's if you were under their roof working for them and they gave you a paycheck. So in regards to e-commerce, if you guys want to get in touch with me, mindonmillions.com is available right now. You guys want to get started with e-commerce, you guys want to start selling products to the world using your Amazon.com, you can use Groupon, you can use Shopify as a platform, you can use Wix to build a website, you can do so many different things. But again, a lot of people don't have knowledge on how to do that, which is why I like my one-on-ones. I like teaching people how to make money and get themselves to the next level. And yes, this is a business. This is not a joke. Okay, so I take my things really serious, and I expect you to do so as well, And I'm going to close out with this little saying that I use. It's easier to get rich once than to live your entire life broke. And I really want you guys to start understanding what that means, man. If it takes you 5 years to become successful, and successful does not have to deal with a money figure. It doesn't have to deal with that. It's not an amount. What it is being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. That is true success, and being happy in the process. Okay, remember the 4 pillars of life: love, wealth, health, and happiness. You need to try to achieve those as much as possible and keep them in tune with your life. Stay around the right people and stay around the positive energy. That's what takes you to the next level. My name is Rudy Ortiz, founder and developer of MindOnMillions.com, and I'm excited to bring all this information to you. I'll see you next time.